that's the problem that I have.
Michelangelo, Raphael, who released from the Ninja Turtles?
Oh yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Donatello.
And you told them the most difficult one. Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello. Four divine of artists, or the best artists of the Renaissance. It's not the accidental name, they choose to go. So now we're here, we go through the galleries, and we go to wonderful view of the St. Peter's Church. This is the biggest church in the entire world, but it is located in the smallest country because 1/5 of the country is the church. Nice. So, at the same time, biggest church in the world in the smallest country, is our Vatican Gardens. This is Radio Maria station. I call it St. Peter because the key of St. Peter in the area somewhere here in the circus of Nero. They crucified him upside down on the cross. Why upside down? Exactly. So I don't have honor to be crucified by my Lord. So everywhere you see somebody upside down on the cross, and what was his original name? You look like teacher, but you're not teacher. It's your passion. Anyway, they crucified him. They brought to this area that in that time, 2,000 years ago, almost was nothing. It was a Roman cemetery. He buried him in this area. First, in the 4th century AD, he founded the church in the moment of the Constantine the Great, the first emperor, Christian, the first Christian. That he changed the capital from Rome to Constantinople. Where is Constantinople now? You've been in Ephesus, in Istanbul. Constantinople is Turkey. So, this is the dome that designed by Michelangelo. He was architect, engineer, painter, sculptor, and poet. And the biggest square in the top is 8 feet diameter. Look, these two colonnades, including 284 columns, like 2 arms, welcoming the people to the church. Depend on the time, depend on the crowd. I'm going to explain a little bit also about the church so you know a little bit about it. So this obelisk is the only obelisk in the Rome that never fell down. The rest they fell down, they were broken, they made it again, they restored, but this is 2,000 years of standing. Why is there? That one was not there. It was in the Circus of Nero. Circus, it was a place for chariot race and also public executions. They brought that obelisk from this far, 400 meters to there. It took 3 months to put it down, again there, and erect it without making damage. So that one was witness of martyr. And there is the relics or grave of the Peter, exactly. So this is the Peter's church, and St. Peter Basilica. Biggest church in the entire world. Maybe you are from US. You have land and money. You can make 10 times bigger than this. Yes, you're right. You can make 100 times bigger than this structure. But to change the structure to the church, you should send somebody from Vatican to benedict the structure, make the blessing to do the church, and they never do that. You want to hold the in each Wednesday, we have the public audience in the church. If Wednesday you're here, you can come and see the Pope. And the Pope shows up for the first time after the conclave from his balcony. You see the Pope in the east. This is Sistine Chapel. And this is the office of the Pope. The second window on the highest floor from the right hand side. In each Sunday noon, the Pope shows up from there with a big regular in that and makes the Angelus and Sunday prayer. This is the hall of all the six. If it was super hot or super cold or super rainy, they don't make the people suffer public audience. But we have also the rail station, the railway of Vatican. That previously the Pope they didn't use always the helicopter. They used the train to move from Vatican to the other cities. And it was not the only land of Vatican. It was a private residence, private collection of the popes. They had big territories. Even their territory it was bigger than nowadays Italy. So what happened? In 1861, that Italy unified itself. The popes and Parliament afraid of the two popes in this area. They came finally, after 60 years challenging the popes and the Italian government, the Italy told okay, it's not nice to stay here. We'll protect you from outside. Security. They recognize you as a state, and the Pope is head of the state, but don't come out from this. This is the land. They were not happy. They wrote on the newspaper, they put the Christianity, they put the Pope in the jail. They paid $92 million, $1.2 billion to them, and they had another choice. They forced it. Because their reign, their kingdom, they would keep on going. Above the dome, you can see the people are going around in the circle fence. Some of them, they have the red shirts. Full of people around. It's possible to climb it. View, incredible. 530 steps, 10 euros to climb there. 15 euros, little bit more. You can also
take the elevator.
Take the opportunity to use a little bit elevator, but it's still 321 steps. An incredible view over the Vatican and Rome. And these are Vatican gardens. Radio Maria, radio station. And the dome. A spur in the top of the dome designed by Michelangelo 520 years ago. Don't go down from here. Stay here. Clean your lens of your camera. Give me your phone if you want. Go there. I'll take a very nice picture. Citizenship. Right. See the gendarmerie. And those are 230 the army. These are This is the place I bring you later because of the grand tour. Remember those ancient Egyptian statues? Here, near the Vatican. We brought later a little bit from here. the lower part, you can see some holes also in the upper part. Imagine that it was smoothly the water comes from. Beautiful fountain. I know you have Bellagio fountain in Vegas, but even the Bellagio, the name of the hotel comes from the Italian village near Milan. Wonderful. Another vacation, you can go to the Milan. Wherever in the world, as an art historian, I tell you, if you see the ancient bronzes, remember those are very important because they could melt it. Who cares about something like 200 years before, 1,800 years ago? They could melt it, make coins, sword, or other statues. They wanted to keep this. Some of the bronze things we found in the archaeology excavation, we don't melt it today. The two peacocks are not original. On the right hand side, you see the turning around a sphere within a sphere. That is the art, modern art, is donation of the artist to the Vatican museums. You can see a sphere within a sphere, a symbol of the fragility and complexity of the new world. Like a gear, you see, and the man who made that one, and also to the Vatican museum in 1990, the name was Arnaldo Pomodoro. Pomodoro, spaghetti pomodoro, means tomato. So Senior Tomato made like a golden tomato and gifted. He died 5 months ago in his 99 years of his birthday. Also his brother was the modern artist. In New York, we have another one. In Rome, we have a couple of them. And also in Japan, near the Fuji mountain, we have a couple of them. That is almost 4 meters diameter. Much bigger.
Stay there, stay there, stay there.
That is 8 feet in the top of above the church. Also, we have another 5 meters. So you can see 2 bronze pieces. Ancient limestone to the pine You have another one 520 years ago above the church, and this one the modern. Lions, Egyptian lions, the right and left from 2,400 years.
What happened to his head?
Yes, I will tell you now. From the mouth of these ancient Egyptian lions, also the water could come out. It was part of the fountain. You see a lot of destroyment. You see, for example, the middle person in there, it was like a god or mostly gods. That the head, actually, after Christianity, they destroy a lot of heads of the gods because of the paganism. You can see also some of them, they maybe fell down, some of them maybe they destroyed, but for the heads, mostly they destroyed it by the reason. But if you see the nose, for example, the nose, we have a couple of the things. Breaking the nose is a symbol of the victim. Even the average of nose. So even they fell down, the first thing that this destroyed was nose or the head. But for the genitals, we have another thing. Because after the Sistine Chapel, they understood that Michelangelo painted all of the naked bodies. 20 years after Michelangelo, they started to cover the genitals with the fig leaves. You will see them. And sometimes they were not passionate to cover all of them with the fig leaves. They just cut some of them, chopped it off. You will see inside. So not to focus on the human body. That will show you a little bit of the Sistine Chapel. Normally we explain when we go to the Sistine Chapel, but this is Sistine Chapel, not 16 or 17. This is the whole area. The panels right and left, these are not from Michelangelo. The stories of the Moses, this was a journey to Egypt, crossing the Red Sea, 10 Commandments. And the other hand side, Jesus from his baptized, temptation of Christ, calling of first apostles, Sermon on the Mount, handing over of the keys that Jesus gave 2 keys to the Peter and told, you are the rock, and I built my church on you. This is a very important moment for the popes, because we have 267 popes in the history. This is the first Pope Peter from this moment, and the last is Leon XIV. And this is the last supper. Michelangelo painted the ceiling and the high altar. These are not Michelangelo, previous artists. For example, the master of Michelangelo, Domenico Viganzai, master of Raphael. This is all the ceiling with the story of the creation of the board, special, the creation of honor. And this is the last judgment. That after 24 years, contract, ascending of the good people, descending of the bad people, heaven and the hell. So, there, up there, it was a beautiful terrace. Now also there is, but nobody doesn't use anymore. Imagine the Pope, you are a special guest of the Pope and you go there, see all the beautiful stuff and the landscape. For the high tea, for the cappuccino in the morning, not now. Italians, they don't drink cappuccino after 11 a.m. For you is okay, for the tourists, it's a reflection of a stone. You can go for macchiato, for Americano. Ancient statues, but those are not very special pieces. The highlight you will see later, but the view is very good. So, the ceiling always, even I don't tell you. All of the statues. He was wrestler in the ancient Greece. Okay? And ancient Greece, they have the style of wrestling match by putting the oil on the body. He's going to clean his body from the oil and dirt after the victorious battle. Okay? Ancient fountain in the center. The ceiling looked like the Pantheon temple. I suggest that you go to the Pantheon, most well-preserved ancient Roman temples in the world. Pantheon. And even the nearby have a very good gelato shop, Julie. And inside of this area, if you read this part, is one of the Ninja Turtles, Leonardo Vincianus. Leonardo da Vinci lived here inside. They are the private studio. The popes paid to him to stay here and maybe make something for the pope. But he didn't do anything. After 3 years, from 1513 to 1516, Pope Leon X, not Leon the 14th, Leon X, came to him from Medici family and told him in Italian accent, Leonardo, if you don't want to do anything, please go out. I can bring another office. He left, he didn't care. That's important. Welcome to the pine cone. Court of pine cone. So this is octagonal courtyard. Octagonal courtyard because of the 8 corners, and you can see all of the face of mask in each corner. This mask they use by the kind of this mask. These are stone ones, very small, very lighter. The actors of theater, they couldn't make the face up or change it, so they put this mask for act as a different role in the theater. And theater has a history over 2,500. The Greeks, they invented the theater. Show you, if you do the paging of the book of the art history, you see it. It's not the simple. Apollo. God of the art, God of knowledge, and God of the music. Yeah. Romans, they told us Apollo remains Apollo. And when you graduate, when somebody graduates, what they do? They put the laurel leaves around the head. Why? Laurel is a sacred leaf, sacred plants of Apollo, and Apollo is God of knowledge. Still, we use lot of it. Another one that restored perfectly. These are sarcophagus and gravestones that the Romans made this one, the rich ones. But I tell you, the Romans did cremation, so they didn't have anybody to go inside. It was empty, so they were crazy to make something like this huge and very expensive. No, exactly, they did it because they wanted to show off even after that. So come a little bit closer. I ask you that you should find something. Not this part. This is very beautiful. The big gigantesco, or the big war between the two. So, low content songs. This is one of the little bit ugly. Even in the art, we don't have ugly, all beautiful. But look, the curly hairs on the stomach, no six-pack, no muscles, the old guy with the big lips. This is father of the Dionysus, father of the god of the wine. This is Silenius. And they were colorful, with a grape in the hand and drinking spritz, gin tonic, margarita, Campari, Bellini. 9 servants of Apollo, each one representing of one art. Theater, I'll show you the map. Music, design, poetry, and other things. Museum comes from the name, because museum is art place. And museums, top 10 of the Vatican. You can see the original signature of the artist from 2,200 years ago.
It's all a picture of the ticket.
And all those Apollos from Athens. It's original.
That's the music of Michelangelo. Michelangelo had only
Name this one, it was the statues. All the statues I want to show you.
and they asked him, the doctors that are beginning, can you get there?
Or we actually tell them that it was something like this. The most probable design. It was Ajax, or Ajax, the hero of the Iliad and Odyssey. But why is super famous that it's one of the top 10? Because again, Michelangelo. When Michelangelo wanted to paint the Sistine Chapel, they studied all the ancient statues about the anatomy, about the design. And this is Michelangelo at first, I thought. It's the real case. Because the broken nose, always with beard, amazing. Even in the same time of his living, 2% lived a biography. But he didn't have any relation with the ladies. There was one lady from a family, Colonna, who went to see her. But also, he wrote some poems for people. By the way, he lived 89 years. And when he studied the ancient statues, he loved this one. He really admired. He loved this one. And look at the details of the body. And look at this one. So this is the chapel. And the figures, they have exactly the anatomy details like this. It's amazing. The name is Taurus. Belvedere. Torso is upper part of the body. Yeah? And all of them. So, from here, look at the scene. With the stories of the Apollo in the center. Apollo is god of the music, but also was kind, but sometimes he punished the person that he wanted to challenge with. One man, Marsyas, on the left-hand side, he wanted to challenge with the flute playing with Apollo. Don't challenge with God of the music. Because even he was so good, Apollo asked him to do something special to make the contrary playing of the flute. He couldn't do it. Apollo played him alive. The young guy came and asked for forgiveness. Apollo changed him. You can see the sacred leaves, laurel leaves around head of Apollo.
Como digo, si siempre que me interrumpa,
For example, this man was Proclus. Proclus always at the head of the melon. He like a melon shape. He was a very bad head shape. He was governor of the Athens, 360 footballs. He forced all the sculptures when he made his statue with the helmet. So he was bad shape. And Versace, you can see the Versace. And the big one here. This is one of the most beautiful rooms. The name is Round Room. Look at the floor. Pantheon. You've been in Pantheon, yes? Pantheon, we have 42 meters. We have 5. This one, 200. Pantheon for 2 towers. And I tell you that just look at the floor. The floor is one of the most beautiful in the Vatican. This floor is original from 1,700 years ago, but the pieces, they were not here. They brought the pieces from out of Rome, from the private bath. Imagine that they were going to the bath or pool or jacuzzi 1,600 years ago, and it was the floor. Oh, how do you feel? It's unbelievable. Look at all of those creatures, and the small pieces. Even the pieces, they don't have the same regions. So bringing it to here and putting it here also it was crazy. Even we don't consider about making man of horse. How we call it? Centaurus. Yeah. And in the center, under the big bathtub, we have the Medusa head as well. Look at the lion legs. They took 500 years ago. What is this in the center?
I thought that David was there. Where's the David? That used to be there?
No.
That's somewhere else. That's somewhere else.
No, not David in here. David of Michelangelo.
Where is that?
It's in Galleria Accademia Florence.
Oh, okay.
Something that you have in the middle of the room is the biggest and the most expensive bathtub in the world. More than 10 towns, 4-meter diameter, very rare and super expensive material that they just use for emperors, just emperors. Even if they were not emperor, even they were most luxurious, even most richest on earth, they couldn't use this material. Just imperial use. They valued this one $2 billion. Cristiano Ronaldo in his career made $1.2 billion.
What's it made of?
Most richest athlete. He cannot buy this.
Marble?
It's profit. The mine of this stone is in the middle of the nowhere in Egypt. And wherever you see this one, stop. That is it. That's a very serious thing. And what was this? Nero had baths inside. Nero, crazy emperor, who killed his wife. Not crazy because he killed the wife. He killed his mother. And the senators of Rome, they announced him as enemy of Rome, enemy of people. So whoever could see him could kill him. He didn't want to leave this honor to anybody. So he suicided. He killed himself as well. And he killed the St. Peter as well. It's a very nice picture if you want from here. And imagine that Nero having basked inside. It's one of the rare and remaining witnesses of the supernatural life of the even it's bigger than these doors. It's 2.5 meters, that's 4 meters. So they destroyed one of the doors to bring it inside and make the doors. As I promised, I brought you to the place with the two Egyptian standing statues. Remember them? Wow. You were down there on the distance.
Want a picture?
I left the right hand side. Another sarcophagus from the same material of the previous page. But I told you, imperial news, yes. Mother of the emperor Constantine raised This is from some of you were in Spain, Barcelona. If you go in Barcelona, remember, it's Sagrada Familia church. You have 4 columns for evangelists in the same. Because almost this material finished it. You don't have it. Look, again, Medusa. I like that one. With a snake around the head.
He looks very surprised.
It's not to use this one because it's symbol of the protection. Because Medusa can change anybody to the stone. Flash of Titan. And with this, the chapter of Athena. Goddess of wisdom and defense. Any of you born in July? Julius Caesar. Yeah, the July because of... Any of you, I guess, or others. And we have 2 ancient Egyptian sphinx and Don't stop here, please. Keep walking. Keep walking, please. This is the Ferrari of that time, but the chariot. It's ancient, but if you look to the right, the horse is not original. You can see this color also if you look at this direction. Remember this. This part, the name of this part of the museum, I told you, different museum, Gallery of Candelabra, or candlesticks from this day. We have 8 meters long, all collected and made this part. The ceiling, decoration, and everything by the Pope Leon XIII in 1878. His family sign was this cypress. The name Leon XIII, crossing keys, his sign. So remember that cypress? I'm going to show you on the floor. These vases, they used for putting the ashes of the dead body. Anyway, probably there it is. You told me some of you went to the Ephesus. Look at the right, the statue of the Artemis, Ephesian Artemis. It is incredible. It's a real.
It's one of the ones that was
taken because it became the Roman city. Ephesus, the original name was Apashash. It was the first Greek city, Persian city, Roman city, and finally Turkish. Ephesus was the port. This is very nice, the theater masks. I tell always if I want to bring something to my home, is this and the other hand. You can choose also what you want. nobody gave us. So this one, she was goddess of the fertility and the birth, mother goddess. She was protector of the city of Venice. Very, very animated, rich city. Look at the city walls around the head. And you can see all the creatures, even insects, birds around the head, wild animals, and some description. What's at the stage here? Breast, fertility, birth, monogamous, eggs, mango, but I tell you, those are testicles of the Buddhists.
Is the one across over there supposed to be Artemis?
That is Greek Artemis or Diana, goddess of hunting. About the January, you're born in January. This is Janu God, the God that in the same time looking to the past, also looking to the future, having the past experience but looking to the future. Janus or January. Another Hermes. Look at the Minerva or Neptune. We have candlesticks. And this part, very nice. Dionysus or Bacchus, god of wine, leisure and theater. Yeah, two of them with beautiful, real kind of eyes. Their eyes. Big picture. And after you check those eyes, in Ephesus, maybe you have the guidance, yeah? Yes. You remember they had something like this, the feet in Ephesus? Maybe they didn't tell you, maybe you had the children in your tour. I tell you the secret of the Ephesus and India. At first, because we have the adult tour, I tell you, for prostitution houses in the ancient time, they couldn't check the ID.
They did mention that.
They put the measure of the adult feet, man. So they came here and they put the feet. Okay, if the feet is bigger than the adult, they could go to the prostitution house as a client. But not this one. Here, that is in Ephesus. Here we have two going and two coming back. You see that? Have a safe travel, go and safe. This means that go and come and safe. Mind blowing. Look, the ceiling just in the center, we have canvas, painting, and the reliefs. But this one, these are just flat. Candle.
Oh, it's flat? Wow.
Ciao, cara. If the Sistine Chapel was not announced, close the road and send the people to the other hand. So you see the flag goes up. They force them to go up. Because of this, I push the people because. Yeah? You didn't see like this museum. Look at that. It's amazing. Yeah? So in everything, even in the bad part, there are lots of good parts. This is the lady, symbol of architecture. Gold leaves for dress, and the lapis, my bracelet, my ring, lapis lazuli. You like the stone? This is lapis lazuli color, because this is the real lapis lazuli with the same design that you saw the Cyprus in the first room.
Wow.
This is the family sign of the Pope, the best lapis lazuli in the world. Where it comes from? South America we have little lapis, but not good one. Egypt, good one, but the best one is this one, comes from Afghanistan. If you want to buy for your beloved ones, ask for the lapis lazuli Afghanistan version. Yeah? This is the family sign of the Pope. Why did put, if you ask me, Ayman, why did put lapis, very precious? In that moment it was more expensive than gold with the same base, not now. Why they put on the floor? It's very rare material. I can tell you, they could put diamonds. They want to impress the visitors. They want to show their best. Lapis. So Michelangelo also used the lapis for the colors in the Sistine Chapel. Look at my smartphone, please. This is the color of the sky, and especially for a skirt of the Maria, Virgin Maria, the Sistine Chapel from lapis lazuli. So they break down these kind of stones, they make the powder, and they make the color. natural color. Best blue in the world. Under your feet, this is from Sicily. Yeah, this is stones. And if you see whatever you see under this part, this part, this part, this part, like symmetry. What they did is like B-2 bombers. Yeah? So, how they did something like this? We don't, yes. They cut in the half and they open like this. So they have symmetry. We call it book match. Look at this ancient candlesticks, and this is onyx material. The center of here, you see the lion. We know that all of these things are just flat, flat, flat. We call it all of illusions. Next, always in wonderment. Why? Because everything changed. Another Pope. This is Pope Leon the 13th. The next row, find another Pope May. Because these are the collection of the tapestries. Please hold the door for me. Look at the right hand side immediately. The tapestries from 370 years ago. These are woven. These are not painting. Look how many different materials they use for making this shining. From gold, silver, and silk. They woven these ones. But carpet on the floor, these are for hanging on the wall. You can see the bees on each corner because of the Pope Barberini. Wherever bees, Barberini family. Look at this one. Christmas, nativity. 500 years old. 502 years old. Made in Brussels. Best place for tapestries. These are 370 years old. 502 years Brussels. Holy family. Shepherds. Look at the veins, the details of the body, angels. I like more these parts. Really? These are like high definition, very delicate. And the paintings, the cartoons, the model for this tapestry, it was for a school of Rafa. I know sometimes it's funny. Look at the pose. We can forgive them.
So AI toes?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get the fingers and toes right.
Buonasera, so look at the ceiling. These are also just painting, but they look like reliefs. Especially do something, please. Put your hand like this and look at them just with a close hold. Exactly look like the reliefs and the statues. You can do this one also in the Versailles Palace. You've been in Versailles this time?
I've been before, not this time.
Okay. So it's a kind of the design, the hall of the illusion. This is conclave. I told you the cardinals gathered because the Pope died. And the throne is empty, crown is begging for somebody, and they vote. They count the votes. They check if any vote you win, because one of the cardinals will be the Pope. We know which Pope is it, because of the beast. So this is the Urban the Eighth. In there you can see the Pantheon Temple, and this is a story of killing of innocents. We know that it didn't happen. And stand on your own. You know? It happened in the Jerusalem, Bethlehem, because they killed all the newborn born. Because one of them could be Jesus. They told you bring one. And later bring it up. So this is the Pope, and this is the most important one. Stop here, please. Look at the masterpiece, the biggest one here. Jerusalem. The ladies. That they're coming to check the grave of the Jesus, but they found it empty because this is Easter. So the Jesus resurrected comes out from the grave, blessing hand, the symbol of the crucifixion holds a stigmata. One of the scary movies also, stigmata, not that. So the cross flag, blessing hand, and he put his feet on the stone, a symbol of his victory over the death. But it has a secret. Look at the eyes of Jesus, please. And keep your eyes on Jesus' eyes and walk slowly to this direction. After a couple of steps, you understand that Jesus follows you. Yeah? In this direction, look like that. He's looking at you. I watch you. Like your father when you were a child, you were going around. No, we call it motion perspective. Mona Lisa as well. It's very hard to make on a painting. Much more harder to perform. This is suffering them out. Look at the 3D shape table. It's to your part, yes? Look at that. It's to your part. It's to my part, yes? Walk like this and change the direction to your part. Yeah? Oh my God. Perspective change. Video. Salve. Buonasera. Look at the head of the generals. Yeah? From 1549, this is assassination of the Julius Caesar. Okay. Killed Julius Caesar with 23 slabs of knife. All of the senators agreed. And the famous phrase, et tu, Brute, even you, Brutus. It happened the 15th of March of 1404 before Christ. Are you ready? Oh my God, look at that. In the afternoon tour, the light is amazing. This is a wow effect. Yeah, it makes your day. Come in front and welcome to the Gallery of Geographical Maps. 120 meters long. Almost 400 feet. This is Google Maps of the Florence. You see the name of the popes that they made a little bit kind of restoration here. Pius IX. But which pope made this part? Look above the gates, the dragon sign. Gregory VIII. Eastern coast on the right hand side. Western coast of Italy left hand side. 40 different panels of all the Italian territory nowadays, even bigger than it was. Under control of the popes. So imagine, for sure, they were not happy to just force the state. This is part of the right of the side of the star. Right, left hand side, this is Sicily. Yes, Sicily Island. You've been some of you. Sicily Island. They have, oh really? This is all the leisures and it's free. So 80% of the distance that they made for not really today after internet, GPS, all the things. It's crazy engineering.
Amazing.
Wow, let's see if I can get you.
Calculation for 440. Because some statues just they had the head and cheeks. This is Corsica.
Okay?
Now it's for France, but it was for Italy. Napoleon Bonaparte was in this island.
Good.
And later on, they gave to France because they had a big debit. If you want to take a very nice video, take from here, like this, without the people, and walk slowly, just from the center.
Hey, quick.
All the We are in the part of the part of the next part of the river. This is Vatican. Oops, we have the bigger size. Colosseum, Pantheon, Castle San Angelo, and the church. If you ask me, where is the Spanish Steps, Trevi Fountain, or Gelato Shop? I cannot show you because this is from 1581. And the Spanish Steps, Trevi Fountain is for 18th century. So all the details of that time. And 6th name of Rome you can discover by yourself if you read the Roma in backwards. Now, Roma backwards, A-M-O-R, will be
Amore.
And Amore means love. Rome is love, another movie that you can see. Abbiamo.
Ciao carissimo, buonanno.
Amore means love, and it's the secret name of Rome. Italian ladies, women here, they're so sensitive. And the partner, boyfriend, husband always starts the sentence with them and calling them with amore. Amore, my love, amore. So if you start the sentence with my love, you're melting the heart of the ladies. So, even for simple things, let's take a coffee, let's go out, and the rest. If you don't tell amore, they stop you after a couple of times. You don't love me anymore. The problem starts.
Or you're apologizing for something.
Yeah. So you hear in the, always when you go around, you hear amore, amore, amore. So give me the phone, please, of yourself, and go in here and take your picture, but do it fast, please. Each one. Yeah. Next one. Alex. No, no. This is Siena. Going to Siena in a day conference is very good. If you attach the San Gimignano as well, Siena, the jewel of Tuscany, and all 1.5 hours just far from Rome. So, with the high-speed train. This is Tuscany, one of the best and most beautiful place for farm, lands, wines, and landscapes. And also for wedding parties. This is Genova. Near Genova, that it was the birthplace of Christopher Columbus, we have Cinque Terre. Remember, maybe next plan for it, Cinque Terre. 5 beautiful fishermen village. And Genoa has the honor of Christopher Columbus that he found the New World. Yeah? The trident of Poseidon is symbol of Maserati. Maserati car used the trident because of powerful.
Maserati.
The United States of America. Who was Americo? Vespucci. Yeah? Americo Vespucci was co-sailor of the Christopher Columbus that who made the maps of the United States. This is whole Italy. In that time, even Nice, it was from Italy. Corsica, Sardinia, Sicilia, Milan, Venice, Florence, Rome, and Naples. Up there, Dragon, beach, left-hand side. This part you can see the Civitavecchia. Yeah, the place that you're cruising, Civitavecchia port. Yeah. And this is Venice on the right. Somebody tell me how they make all these things. San Marco, Rialto, all. So, for example, I mentioned all of these. Open line gather up with those comments on the. This is the same open bees with the shining colors. And this is and this is the door of the Sistine Chapel. They stopped the Ottomans from the expansion around the Europe. They were coming to the Rome and Vatican Ottomans that had taken everything, the Muslims. You can see the rainbow because they stopped them. This is Vienna.
Are they covered?
Here, no.
They're just so dark.
Yes, it's Baroque. Look at that. This is Vienna, Stephanplatz, St. Stephan Church, because he freed the Vienna from Ottomans.
Wien what? Wien are what? Not in
Every dedication to the Virgin Mary. The day and dogma of the conception of the Immaculate. Immaculate means purity, but in this part means the Virgin Mary, born without original sin. The celebration of it. You can see the all the prophets, saints in the center, Virgin Mary, God on the right hand side, and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. It's all the thing is for glory of the Virgin Mary. Because of that, day, 8 December of 1824. And these are Swiss guards with the colorful uniforms. Still, they have this long sword, spear, and this colorful uniform. Under your feet, 1,900 years old mosaics from Ostia Antica. Look at the ceiling as well. You have the name of the Pio IX, the true name, the painting of this one. Buonasera, Sacra.
So the Swiss Guard sword, is that a claymore?
Yeah. Swiss Guard, they're here for almost 520 years. So we go to the Raphael rooms. He was the first Christian emperor. It was a story behind that he converted the like all sensibilities. And other places, this is also hot cities. And in front of the Pope also we have, for example, this lady. It's not the the fashion. Is the symbol of the innocence and sinless. Justice, charity, and busy that. Who commissioned this part? The logo of the Medici family. Sixtus V. That's the Medici family sign. In Florence, you see here. Medici, they were king of Florence. Not so bad guy, but not so evil. Because not because all the popes, they were good people. Some of them were cruel ones, like Bonifacius VIII or Paul XII. This is the end of the war between Constantine and the Maxentius, the co-emperor that Constantine dreamed. He afraid that he would lose the battle. So the cross has the flag. The God and the saints protect him. So okay, I just don't choose the cross as the flag. If I think like I choose the cross as the flag, the angels and the apostles. So he kept his promise and this room was under restoration for 6 years. You wouldn't see if you paid less. Room of the rock. Next room is painted by Raphael himself. hired the Raphael to paint the line. Which Pope? Julius II, terrible Pope. He chose Raphael at the same time that Michelangelo was painting the Sistine Chapel, Raphael was painting here. Two great artists in competition. Even the Raphael was young, not in that fame of the Michelangelo, but he made incredible things. Look at this lady that's holding the base of the columns. We call it pariati. We don't also look like the statues and the beautiful. That is the Pope Julius II, one of the most powerful people. And at 10 hours for country, Guinness records, he chose the next Pope. Again, you have Julius II. And there, you see sacrifice of Isaac, the story of the Old Testament, and Abraham. Let's go. Sometimes look at that. This is a school of Athens. All philosophers, engineers, scientists of that time. The center left-hand side is a portrait of Leonardo da Vinci. That is Pluto. Aristotle, right-hand side with the blue. This is a portrait of the Michelangelo sitting in here. Geometric trainings, geography trainings, other parts, physicians, the scientists. So I showed you the Leonardo, left-hand side, the man with the red clothes, that is Pluto, the philosopher. Michelangelo sitting here. Where is Raphael? Raphael painted themselves because they were much bigger, much important in that time. But Raphael also painted himself. Not the first one from the right-hand side with the white cap. No, not l'altezza. So the first man on the right-hand side, not that one, the next one guy, young guy with a black cap. That is Raphael. Also, he put himself. Why he put Leonardo? But he was opponent with Michelangelo. He didn't like Michelangelo from first. When he went to the Sistine Chapel, because Michelangelo closed the Sistine Chapel, nobody couldn't see inside. When Raphael saw, he came to the here. He destroyed that part that it was empty. He painted the Michelangelo. He respected for his art. Even Michelangelo was not good with Raphael. He told that they sent this young guy to take the place. Why this room is very important? You have the philosophers, thinking, ideas, science. In the same time in front, first time in the history with the same level we have religions. We have Jesus in the center. Come a little bit far from you can see much better. We have all the most famous popes and the saints here, prophets and the Jesus, Virgin Mary, Saint John the Baptist and the God. With the same level of thinking, the importance for religious, oh my God, it's very important. It happens in Renaissance, because Renaissance means new birth. And with the same level and category, we are not just need the philosophy, thinking and science and religion, we need the poetry, the art. Look at that part. This is Apollo. Apollo is the center with this lake. 9 muses all around. I told you about the 9 muses, symbol of the music, art, theater. Left hand side you have the 3 poets. Blind one, Homer. Left, red clothes, Dante. Right, green, Virgil. And this is Sappho, one of the best poets of the ancient times. These are, you can see the laurel leaves around the head. These are the poets. These are also the novel and writers. So at the same time, we need the thinking, idea, religion, also. And the song. first time in the history were called the Great. 1,000 years ago, he came to the Vatican. All the big emperors, they came to the Vatican for coronation. But Napoleon Bonaparte called the Pius VII, one of the popes, Notre Dame. You've been Notre Dame before? You went to the Louvre as well. You saw the coronation of the Napoleon, the biggest painting. Before the Napoleon, you could go. Family. And this is theater. This is the difference in the art history, even from this and the rock balloon, the anatomy, the shape, the design, and the rest. This is the one that this is controlled by the
Coco.
Here is the Gabriel that made the Annunciation. Hello, Maria. Grazie a lei. We don't see the Raphael room and we don't see the Yes. Look at the gospel. This is my favorite. Look at the gospel on the semi-precious stone. And this is lapis lazuli all around with the silver inside. It's a moment of the Easter that Jesus came out from the grave.
Alex,
So this is the inlaid and also the relics of the saints.
do they not worry about humidity with the windows open for the paintings and scrolls?
Yes, they made the restoration. They introduced the humidifier. This is the Jesus on the cross is so, embarrassing. This is amber. That's from the trees. After 13 million years, they became like the stones. And these are corals from the sea. Nonna, grandmother in Italy, they have the pendants or something always from the corals. Nowadays, for the respective families. Next room is the Egyptian style ceiling. Look at the mosaic in the top. Egyptian style decoration, and I tell you something, those don't look like mosaics, but not mosaics. Don't close it. You can see that they just put the long bricks, and they look like the mosaic of Ferdinand. These are the papyrus and the inscription. So this wall. These are the lines, and number 2, you see the menorah. It's for ancient times, for Christianity and also for the Jewish. This is menorah, the menorah. This is the sacred candle of the Jewish people. And the Christians. So we can use this lens. Next corridor, also the ceiling. This map is very nice. This is for 1530. When they discovered the New World, 1492, Christopher Columbus, yeah? So they arrived to the American continent, but they didn't know how much it costs. It's very important for history of your country. 1530. So they made the design of the Eastern coast, but they didn't know how is it. In the next one, little bit more. Little bit later, 1529. Later on, they published, and they have a better idea, but not whole the Canadian part. They have a little better idea of the South America. Slowly.
Ancient world globe.
Alexander the Seventh. St. Peter, but with the old square. Now the square is changed, but this is the St. Peter Basilica. Take a look back. The facade is different. It's not like this now. We brought this one to the moon. Yeah? Yes. To make something to the make people happy. These are the original Roman wine. Just few people they know that the Pantheon had also two bell towers, and they demolished later. This is the personal staff of the King Sisters. That's only 200 years ago. We then had the palace for the coronation of the Sultan. Come close to a couple of them in the showcases. All the things are micro mosaics they designed. Small. Contemporary exhibition. You're going to go to these showcases and
Dragon.
and the stands from 2,000 years ago. And the discovery of the Pompeii, we have it doesn't used to be a why did they do this? You're dating my friends here, but not the same. Don't search the God. They always was influenced. Never traveled. He called me. He called me. If you knew that you were here for sure, he would. Yes, Galleria Academia. But if you want to see something about my grandmother for free, not to pay for the day, or if you cannot go this time to Florence, It's colonna. So they look like the two arms I showed you on the model. Bells for you. All the statues, St. Peter's statues, all the statues.
Coco behind you.
Those are each one 7 meters high. This is the biggest church in the entire world, and I told you, in the smallest country. Again, you're in the Vatican. From this one. Carissimo, buonasera. For all of you, for to be thankful for the year 2025, for the good hope for 2026. I try my best to bring you from the Holy Land. Not including your tour, just to tell you. That's it. Let's go to the Holy Land, please. John Lorenzo Bernini, end of this one. This is Constantine the Great. Where is that part? This is exactly the place that you saw the corridor, end of the corridor by Swiss guards. You pass to the Sistine Chapel. Put down the flag for respect. Pray, be silent. I'm afraid if I explain this statue, somebody cry a lot. But I don't care. Not because I want to do something against it should be another storytelling like Laocoonte. I hope that you like the Laocoonte storytelling. Remember? The shoulder, the story, and the statue that's made, sculpted by John Lorenzo, so Michelangelo Buonarroti. Everything was John Lorenzo Bernini, but here we come again to the Michelangelo Buonarroti. Michelangelo that never preferred to be painted. We told you on something. I'm not. They're going to use his talent in statues, sculpture, and stones. Here we are. First look. We don't have the time in the snake try to analyze the statue by yourself. For a person, it looks like a pyramid, triangle, perfect triangle. The Virgin Mary, Jesus, the one-piece block. Look at the clothes of the Virgin Mary. That's like melting the stones in the hand of the Michelangelo. Michelangelo just had 23 years old when he sculpted this statue. He was not famous. Nobody didn't know him in Rome. So he forced to sign the statue because the people were talking about the other artists, Donatello, Lorenzo Ghiberti, and the rest. So he made his first and the last signature. Look at my smartphone, please. This is part that you don't see now, but is on the rope of the Virgin Mary. It's written Michelangelus Bonarotus Fiorentinus Fecit. Fecit means did it in Latin. When Michelangelo finished that one, he didn't sign anymore any piece. He didn't need to do that. He was super famous. But what is the story? It's a story between the Virgin Mary and Jesus. Let's not consider about the religion. Let's imagine we are atheists. We are Jewish. We are Muslim. We don't have any religion. We are not Catholics. Imagine like this. This is a story between the mom and son. Mom and daughter. Father and the son. Father and the daughter. It's a story between the parents and the children. It's the last time that they bring down the body of the Jesus and the mother is waiting. Mother doesn't care that he died or not. Mother wants to hug again the child with all of her love. They bring the son and the mother take him. It looked like another time that became the new son-born child in the hand of mom. You know, when we born, the first voice, even when we didn't born, the voice that we hear is the voice of mom. So because of this, voice of mom is in our genetic, in our DNA. And recently psychologists understood if we are able still, God bless the parents, to hear the moms, we're super lucky. Because it makes us relax and reduce the cortisol, even we are not able to understand. Because in our genetic, the best voice is mom's voice. Respect all for the parents, for the fathers. Father, they have another kind of the ranking for the children. But also after the voice, the smell of mom, the heartbeat is different. Maybe the babies, they cry with father, and the father just give to the mom, smell, heartbeat, and they relax. Yeah? So the Jesus feels the mom. The son feels the mom with the smell, with the heartbeat, and with the voice. Because the Virgin Mary starts to talk with the son. She doesn't care that he's dead or not. She wants to give all of the love. But if the Jesus died or not, what do you think? Not yet. Look at the right hand of the Jesus. The Jesus hand is not falling down. The Jesus hand wants to keep the mom as much as possible. Look. You see the babies, they take the father or the mom, if they do like this, yeah. It's a kind of the connection. It's a kind of the, protection. It's kind of the keeping the mom as much as possible till the last breath. The Jesus wants to hold the mom. The Jesus cannot get up. Can't tell mom, I love you so much. Mom, I cannot smell you as much as I want. I cannot hug you. I cannot kiss your hand. I cannot kiss your phone, and I cannot tell how much I love you. Mom, just by this way, I want to show my appreciation whatever you did in my life. And for sure, I was not the best son for you, because with all of the passion and difficulties for the life of Jesus, also Virgin Mary passed a lot of passion and the package. Mom, I was not the best son for you, but I want to tell you, Mom, you were the best mom for me. What I expected from God. And I want to keep you as much as possible to close my eyes. So, Mom, don't leave me, even the word left me. This is the connection in the most emotional moment between the mom and son, Virgin Mary and Jesus. And the Jesus, maybe some seconds later, fell down the heavens. Last goodbye. But also Virgin Mary wants to hold. Virgin Mary keeping the almost dead body. You know the dead animals within the body is so heavy, you cannot keep it. But the mom doesn't want to see the child falling down on the ground, so she tries her best to keep the son. She doesn't want anybody to see the son on the floor or dying. Yeah, she's still show the son on the. This is one piece, one block, and it's the first emotional statues in the world. Before that, not any statues transferred the emotion. They were like this poker face. You couldn't see, you couldn't feel anything. They told two things to Michelangelo. Michelangelo, you're the drunk. The Jesus body is much more brighter than the Virgin Mary. Why? It's one piece, one block. Why you did this mistake? Michelangelo told it's not mistake. Because the Jesus is bloodless. Oh my God. 23 years old. And they told, okay, this one is okay. But you did another mistake. The Virgin Mary, the mother, is look like much more younger than she should be. She look like a teenager, like 15, 16 years old. She's not like a lady over 45, 50 years old that the Virgin Mary should be. The Michelangelo answered, pure beauty and the real beauty never gets old for the mom and for the parents. Because of this, you know, when the parents, the mom and the father, they become old, with the wrinkles, with the hands, with the face. They're not become ugly. They become in our eyes much more beautiful. We love those hands, we love those wrinkles, we like to touch and we like to kiss them. Yeah? This is the real story, the most emotional story in the Michelangelo hands. La Pietà. It's from 1500. It just came one time to the New York in 1964 for the exposition of the New York. They never moved it again. Why we have this protection? Because unfortunately in 1970, one man shouted, I am the Jesus. He went there and he started to smash to the statue. Unfortunately, look at the arm of the Virgin Mary. Arm broken. They took the man from Hungary, 1972, and he destroyed some parts, and it was under restoration for a long time. Now they put this perfection. It's a statue that a lot of people, when they come from, they start to feel the tears in the eyes. Why? Because maybe they miss the mom, the parents, the father, and we feel ourselves once maybe as a son or daughter, or maybe as parents, or maybe the both.
See that, Coco? Mm-hmm.
John the 23rd. See from the right hand side, this is the real body of the John 23rd. The covered the face and the hand with a layer of the backs to respect. And it's the original and the official uniform of the popes. Some popes, like Pope Francis, use just the white staffs. Some pope, like the last pope, used a scarf as well, the red velvet, as a very luxury. And this thing that you see, all of these things, they are not paintings. Look, you can see the blinking and the small pieces shining. Those are all micro mosaics. Everything micro mosaics. Look, all of that also micro mosaic. Everything is mosaic, not painting. Very nice view there. Center, under the dome, this is the biggest bronze piece in the world, made by J.Lo, Gian Lorenzo Bernini. Again, the spiral shape, and that's an altar of confession that the Pope normally puts his armchair in front of those candles and prays for all the people that they gathered with. The capacity of the church standing position is 20,000, 25,000 people. But then they're sitting is like 6,000 people. This on the right hand side is the old St. Peter statue from the bronze in the board, 750 years ago. If you go to Paris, you go to Montmartre, you went to the Panorama Hills, there's a Sacré-Cœur church. In the end of that church, you will see the copy of it. You see the copy of this in lots of places. You can see the feet of the St. Peter became a sphinx itself because the pilgrims touched it. End of this hall, the throne of St. Peter, the dove is a symbol of the Holy Spirit, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and all the angels and sun rays comes to the church. That is also gilded bronze from, again, Bernini. And those letters, each letter that you see here, each one has 7 feet. It looks like, but believe me, because everything is so big. This one is 100 feet. It's like a building with 10 floors. It doesn't look like it. In here, we have another mummified from 1761 with silver color for the hand and the face. And this is one of the masterpieces of Raphael. But I told you, the painting they brought to the museums, and this painting was originally from Raphael. This is a story of the possessed God. When I have a small children, I don't tell his story. The guy that you see on the right hand side, with the father brings, the father afraid, and the boy has a strange eyes. The devil took the soul and the body, and they bring it. They don't find any solution, and finally all of the hands goes up for the final answer, that is Jesus in the top. It's the last work of the Raphael, and he died in 6th of March in his birthday in 37 years old.
His last name?
Sorry, 6th of April. 6th of March is the birthday of the tragedy. Why Raphael died? He took syphilis.
Syphilis?
Why? Yes, syphilis. Why? He was a normal, but he became like a nobles because the cardinals, the popes, everybody loved him. He was so lovely. And one of the cardinals gave her niece for the engagement with him. But then he made the engagement because the political and the ranking, is kind of marriage for these things as well in that time. But he had the true love, the first love, the Lady Fornarina, the daughter of the baker man. Her house, it was in Trastevere. Maybe you go to Trastevere, the town is very nice. You've been there?
Across the river.
Yes, Trastevere. You can find the balcony is still there after 500 years. And the Raphael went to see her occasionally, but he didn't tell to anybody that he has still relation with the baker's daughter. Yeah. One time he took this disease. He couldn't share with the doctors that they were the same doctors of the cardinals and the popes why I have the fever. So he died for the wrong reason. At 37 years old. When he died, even Michelangelo, that he didn't like the Raphael, all the Rome and even Michelangelo, they came for this funeral ceremony. And they buried him inside of Pantheon. In 1520 he died. In 2020, each day the government of Italy put the rose on the grave of the Raphael. This is Raphael something. Who born in Urbino?
Huh?
No. All after me, please. Careful of your belongings, please. The mobile phone, bags, and everything. This is another Medici family. Look at it. Medici family. Take a bit of the driver's side because I see a little
I saw
not
that.
usual. Yeah, you saw that?
Yep.
You saw a pocket being depocketed.
Just stay back. Okay. They wanted to rob from my friend and me, then they were coming from the river. Inside of there. That's so funny. I mean, so funny when you know after that. Not funny.
Not funny.
No. We saw there the 3 years. We had lots of bags. We wanted to go inside of the elevator. And we saw that one of the scared came between of us. We were two. And my friend had something bag, a cross bag. And she came inside, and I saw they didn't have anything. Why they use the elevator in there? Because it was easier to go down. And I saw that 2 more girls, they wanted to push us. I thought, no, I saw their face, I thought, don't come inside. I threw them out. And this lady I saw, I told, she told which floor? Just it was 2 floors, 1 and 0. So I told, don't worry, I'm the guy. I showed my card and she escaped. And my friend saw that she opened
it up.
and she had lots of money that brought for the students in here. By the way. Look at the mosaics, all mosaic. This is baptized of Jesus and St. John the Baptist. And right hand side, this is the baptized place. Look, all the apostles baptized the people. And here we have Africa continent. Here, which one is it? What do you think? Europe. Yeah? European continent. Look at the church and temple. This is Asia with the camel. And this is America. Yeah? So in that time we had just 4 continents. Now we have 7. You saw the continent?
Yeah.
On the corner. And this is baptized for the independence of the land.
Step up. Coco, step up.
So as I told you, when you come back, you don't see the blue lights anymore outside. How was the church? You liked it?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Lovely.
Put the hat back on.
The one they have because of rain. As I promised, I bring you to the toilet, to send you the postal cards, to the perfect place for rosary, holy water, books. When here, if you want to take a copy or something, to the place under the Vatican authority from 1889. The Swiss guard, they check everybody. Normally hands down with all the special training. And this is headquarters. Be careful, please. Watch your steps. Polizia. They are not in Italy, but you can see the police of Italy. Because the escort protection and security by the Italian police. Inside, Swiss Guard. Here, Italy. Left hand side, residence of the Pope. You can see other hand side.
It's a picture of me there.
L'esattore delle tasse. Sicuramente è più diverso al solito.
Ma fino a certa ora si può entrare?
Siamo butti, aspetti un po' di meglio.
Došlo mi shodnih petih.
Cioè se tu sei residente di Romania. Cioè sei residente di
Vogliamo prendere la mezza.
Follow this way, you could go like 20 minutes. Find the first taxi.
Aha, und das? Und das?
And then we come back during the day. Safety in the car. We'll come back to Italy after this is finished. From 1889, residence of the Paul VI. Paul VI. Pope. And also sitting area, bar, bathroom, so before we go to the toilet, we just